Leo, this is a special Good Stuffs reading, and I just have to do it. Your reading earlier today was it was hard for me to do because although the cards on the surface looked okay, I had an overwhelming sense of something not being right. And I read the cards by intuition and how I feel, so I had to go with it. I couldn't change the story I was feeling. So I know that reading isn't going to resonate with everyone, so I feel really compelled to do another reading. This is going to be a good stuffs reading. I'm already putting that energy out there. This is a good stuffs read. And I just got this new deck. Now, this deck down here is not tarot, it's not oracle. This set of cards comes from the Ukraine. It was made in the Ukraine. It's called metaphorical associative cards. And so they have images on them, and I will just interpret them. And this is the first time I'm using them is here in this reading. It is a huge deck. And so we're just going to draw three of these, kind of like we're doing the tea leaf, and we'll put them over there and look at them at the end. I don't know if I want both. I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to take this one. And so this is a very large deck of cards, but the imagery is very unique and different. So I'm really excited that I'm going to be using those cards for the first time for your bonus reading because I couldn't leave you like that, Leo. I just can't do it. All right, this is a good stuffs read for Leo. What is the good stuff coming in for Leo? What is the good stuff? Current energy coming in for Leo. All right, good stuff for Leo. Here we go. Only the good stuff. Faith. Well, I like that. Some of you, Faith is a family name. It's some type of tradition, something like that. Faith. Okay. Oh, okay. We have one popping out for you. This is beautiful too. And look at that deep, rich, purpley color. We have She Who Becomes Eterna, Metamorphosis, Transcend, and Journey. Oh, this is really beautiful. I'm seeing these birds again with that blue. Maybe you have a bluebird, you have a bluebird tattoo, or something about bluebirds. Maybe they have a special spiritual significance for you. Let me know in the comments. Okay, this is your Dragon Fae Oracle. We have two coming out for you. We're going to take them both. We have Fernia, Clarity. That's really pretty, and this is a 7. And we also have the, whew, look at that blue, 19. Wild Huntress, Face Your Shadow. Okay, so we have Faith and this Metamorphosis. And, this is a good stuffs read. Your shadow, um, I think the transformation here, the transcendence, the metamorphosis, is like the strength card, Leo. It's you bringing yourself into a whole unit, integrating your shadow into being something that is a protective force in your life. And look at that. We have the moth, transformation, clarity. That's very nice. All right. So have faith in this process too as you transform, as you become stronger, as you integrate your shadow. You know, shadow is kind of I'm getting a playful energy with this shadow. Not to freak anybody out, but excuse me, some people have a child spirit around them right now that is very playful. Maybe you've seen them out of the corner of your eye. Okay. Four of Cups. All right, remember this is a good stuffs read. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah, you're overcoming. King of Wands. Oh, Leo, there you are. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We like all of that. We do. All right, let's see what's crossing this energy. You're going to be trying different things. Changing the recipe is what I just heard. Oh, And also, that just made me think of Ratatouille when she was like, follow the recipe. That was his job to be, innovative and, but it's our job to follow the recipe. But I think you're changing the recipe. Look at that. You went from the Four of Cups to the 10. I told you this was a good stuffs read. Yep. King of Cups, Scorpio energy, and sweet, juicy justice. It's like Fry would say, like Fry, like Fry. Okay. I love Futurama, not the Hulu Futurama, the good ones. Okay, look at this. If you went through a period of time of sadness, disappointment, whether it was your choices or just what was in front of you, that's going to change. It probably already has changed, but it will, if it's not, it will be changing. Because I get the feeling that you're going to start changing things up. Like I said, mixing these up, stirring things up in a good way, because that's how we have to get out of a rut if you are in a rut. This is triumph after difficulty. So there you go. Maybe this is part of your shadow self. You know, this could be some old programming, is what I just heard. And so have faith that you can have this change. Some people really don't like change, I'll be honest with you, which is really bizarre to me. Uh, I like change. I don't like when things are stagnant. I'm one of those people, if I can rearrange stuff, I will do it regularly. And that's a good way to start, to clear out energies, right? Stagnant energies. We leave things in corners of the house, and then within a period of time, there's cobwebs and dust, and energy can get clogged in those areas. So I think maybe just switching things around, just anything you can do. I watch Jordan Peterson every once in a while. I think he's got a brilliant, brilliant mind, in my opinion. He's a very thoughtful person. He really considers things. I don't agree with everything he says, but you know, one of the ways to break out of this is just you just got to start doing something, even if it's as small like cleaning something up. You know, there you go. But what I see here is a big transformation in your happiness and really taking charge of it too. This is the happiest you've ever been. Something has there's a big shift here. Big, big shift. And so look at this. We have the Six of Wands, Leo energy. That's you, baby. Okay, and then I'm excited. That's Jupiter energy. It's good luck, right? And then we have the King of Cups. So there is a victory here with this Six of Wands. This could be about you doing that deep dive into your emotions, really going deep and fishing for some pearls, really getting under the surface and looking at those things that were disappointments. Maybe it could go even as far into the Five of Cups of having deep regrets and sadness and sorrow, but I don't know how deep it goes. It's however far you want to travel into that ocean of your soul, you know. But I feel like when you come up, you are victorious here. I feel like this is a victory of self, of integrating that shadow. But the thing with that is, this will reverberate, these energies will it will spread out from you. Like when you cast a stone into the water, it ripples out that frequency. So everything around you is going to feel that love, because this is self-love, really deep self-love, open to receiving and giving. Because look at that, the Ten of Cups, come on. Those that all goes hand in hand. And so this is a vast improvement, pretty much in all areas of your life, I feel. We have you here, the King of Wands, being outgoing again. I don't know why I said again. Did you go through hermit mode? Maybe. This is being able to I feel like step back out into the limelight, step out there to get attention, to be yourself. This is restoring balance to the cosmos, believe it or not. All of our interactions are so connected. They're so connected. Sometimes we think of ourselves as individuals, but, and we are, but our energy extends far beyond us. We affect other people in ways we could never imagine, you know, and this is the law of cause and effect. This is, Law and Order, not the TV show. This is what you put in, you get back. That's why we have the scales there. It's balanced, it's always balanced. Universal rewards will always match what you're putting in, always. And so that can be a big disappointment too, because if you feel like you're doing everything you can, but it's not manifesting quickly enough, I don't feel that here. I think this is just a reminder here, and this has been popping up a lot for people, that you get what you give, just like that song. you know Very great song. But so these kind of are very similar energies. It's just a reminder that the energy you put out will come back at some point. Hopefully it being good, but this is a good stuff to read, so I think it will be. I think it will be. The Ten of Cups, my goodness, how could this not be a good stuff to read? All right. Here we go. What other good stuff is coming for Leo? My Aunt Betty was a Leo, and man, I miss that woman. Wish she was still here. Okay. Good stuff coming to Leo. Well, bam. Maybe a Sagittarius. Wink, wink. Hello. Knight of Wands. I don't know. Ooh, look at that. There's the scales again. Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy. And now the Six of Cups. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That is Scorpio energy. So, this King of Cups could be another person with a gift. Oh, yes, it could be. We'll see. We'll see. Now I got that song in my head. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. What's crossing? Good stuff. Good stuff. Two of Wands. There. Oh my gosh. Yay. Look at you. Leo, you're right there. Strength card. Oh, Magician. Okay. Knight of Wands. Two of Wands. Adventure? I feel like this is I feel like this is someone asking you, where do you want to go? Here or here? Like very literally. This is someone who's very exciting. I think Leo and Sagittarius go well together, to be honest with you. Because they just have so much, I don't know, common. Yeah, I would say it's common. Just really excitable, happy. One of my best friends was a Leo until they weren't. But I really miss them. I do, but things just, didn't work out. But anyway, yeah, this is, I feel like this is a friend. I don't feel like this is romantic. This is either a friend wanting to do something with you, very literally, let's go somewhere. Got ants in my pants, let's go. Or this could be you, that energy of wanting to explore and wanting to do something. I don't feel like you're necessarily wanting to change a path, a really big life path, but I think you're looking at two options of someplace you want to go, like an actual travel thing is what I'm feeling here. That's all I'm getting there. This going either here or there, A or B. So we have the Six of Pentacles and the Strength card. You have integrated your shadow. Look at that. That shadow now is your fierce protector, Leo, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And not only that, you know your value and your worth. This transformation is really big. And so you know what your time is worth, what your knowledge and skills are worth, here on this earthly plane, because this is Taurus energy. We have balance here. This is getting paid your worth, being recognized, with that Six of Wands, recognition for all that you do. So I'm feeling that here big time. This also represents equal reciprocity in your relationships. You're not going to tolerate anybody who's just a taker. They've got to be putting something into it. Like this kid down here, she's just got her hands open. She's not doing nothing for it. Gimme, gimme, gimme. This other kid here, he's like, oh, well, I think I need to earn it. I'm going to study. I'm going to get good grades. And then my reward will be commensurate with what I'm putting in. So this girl, if she didn't do her chores, didn't do her homework, she might not get anything. She might get a penny or whatever it is. This kid is going to get rewarded for their hard work. So there's an element here of balance. And I mean, this is just a really good energy to me. Very fierce, knowing what your value is, and not gonna have somebody in your life that's just like an emotional vampire or any other kind of vampire. You know what I'm saying? That new Nosferatu movie. Speaking of vampires, flipping weird, flipping weird. And I love Nicholas Hoult, but wow. Okay, Six of Cups and the Magician. All right, the Six of Cups it's a happy energy. It's the sun energy. It is Scorpio, but it's sun. It's nostalgia. Either someone is thinking fondly of you and is trying to manifest you back into their life. Could be this too. I don't know. Could have something to do with that. Or they're wanting to give you a gift. There's something that's manifesting here. I feel like that magician is um, there's some kind of connection here with this person. Okay, whether you are wanting to manifest a meaningful, sweet, innocent relationship, a true relationship, it could just be that for some of you. But it feels like there's something here, some type of magnetism happening between you and another person, is what I'm feeling. Kind of a law of attraction almost kind of thing, right? Because there's certain laws that the universe lives by, in a way. I say lives by. It's just how things are. So this actually looks good to me. You know, if you okay, so you think what you think about, you bring about in many, many ways. And so you might be thinking about a past person, and boom, they might come up out of nowhere and say, hey, let's go do something together. It's very possible. Very possible. All right. Let's see what other good stuff is coming to Leo. The good stuff coming to Leo. Good stuff coming to Leo. Rest and relaxation. A little bit of R and R. Okay with that. We have the Page of Wands. Ooh, the Devil. Okay. We have, this is a good stuff's read, so I'm not going to forget. That Devil was popping up a lot last month. So, I think it's just going to be indulgence. Okay. We'll see what's crossing it, though. Could just be Capricorn. All right. So, really getting over something here. Seven of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. And that is Capricorn energy. So, this might just represent a Capricorn. Okay. So, you're getting over something here, is what I'm seeing. Because we have two figures in their beds. This is a reminder that anytime there is any kind of stress or worry in our lives, that if we take the time out, see the time here, and there's a clock there too, and he's like out, right? So if we take the time out to gather our thoughts, he's only got, so this, okay, let me go back. So the Three of Swords was before this card. He removed those swords from the heart and has kind of, what do you want to call it, cleansed them, purified them in a way. It's no longer causing him pain. They are now, it's wisdom. These swords now represent something that was learned. It was painful, but now it's a lesson learned. Okay. And so he's got this one sword by his side as protection. That's your shadow self protecting you, right? That's how I'm feeling it here. So if in the future, because things happen, if you ever are worried or stressed, this is just kind of yourself reminding yourself to find the lesson in anything and throw away the rest. Because this is a mental, like, hamster wheel that you have to get off of by stopping. If you keep running in circles, you'll just keep going in circles. You have to stop. You have to stop the cycle. And so that's what I'm feeling here with these two energies. If this was to come up in the future, it's just reminding you that you have the ability to comfort yourself. That's why we're seeing two figures here in their beds. One is upset and one is like, nope, I've learned my lesson here. So you have total strength here and autonomy over your thoughts. So here we have, I feel like this is like reinforcing how strong you are down here, this last row. This is saying that it's up to you how much of yourself you want to share with other people, because we have a page of wands here. Pages represent messengers, messages, communication. Okay. And this is a page of wands, so it could represent you because you're a fire sign. So this is saying be selective with who you talk to. Don't give away all your information. Be a little mysterious, Leo. Now, sometimes, like I being a Sagittarius, we have nothing to hide. We are brutally, crudely honest to a fault. To a fault, even. But this is saying, I know you're not Sagittarius, this is saying keep some things to yourself, keep some mystery about yourself. And don't tell everybody your business. They don't need to know. I think you've learned so much in your life that you realize that information can be used against you, by nefarious people. Even if you didn't do anything bad, they will kind of flip it around on you. But they'll tell you, oh, well, you never really were my friend, or you never really loved me if you don't do this or that. You know, tell them to hit it, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? So this is about being very delicate, being very careful with the information you share with other people. And that's just always. We live in a society where our media and our ability to connect countries and people is easier than ever. And it is very easy to find yourself on the phone with a scammer from India wanting your bank account number. Don't ask how I know. Just hang up the phone. Don't give them anything, okay? That's what this is a reminder of. Be careful with your communication, okay? So this is a good stuff to read. So we have the Devil and the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a sun card, believe it or not, but it's also a card of Capricorn, and this is a card of Capricorn. So let's figure this out in this good stuff read, shall we? Okay. In a good stuffs read, this is going to say that I'm getting several things. It would really be the opposite of these two. Okay, almost like if they were reversed in a good stuff read. So in a good stuff read, this would say you're letting go of toxic people, you're letting go of toxic behavior, you're no longer holding on to it for whatever reason. They have no value to you. Just like that Six of Pentacles, they have nothing to offer you on the scale of justice. Okay? Anybody that was toxic, It's done. So and I'm kind of glad this is coming out this way, because that other reading I had, it did have someone, you know, really wanting to get back into your life, but there it was a con, is what I was feeling for some of you. Thankfully, this message is here to say that you're done with that. You want equal reciprocity, you know. And so I think it's interesting that this is showing up in this good stuff's read just like this, right at the final last message, that you're done with this. You're done. You know, you're not going to hold on to anything toxic, bad habits, nothing. You're not going to let anyone steal your resources from you. Let's look at it that way, because Four of Pentacles is not a bad card. You're holding on to your resources. That devil wants to steal it. That devil wants to steal your time, your energy, your money, everything. You know, look at that. That Seven of Swords there. But you're not going to let him have it. Are you, Leo? No, you're not. So that's what I think about that devil. Yep. And go right back to where he came from. All right. Drink of five, manifesting money and income. Yes. Yes. More of that, please. So people say money doesn't make you happy. Yes, it does. You get your bills paid, you know? Oh, yeah, you'll be happy. What did I tell you? This was a good stuff's read. We got the sun all over this. Oh, let's just rub it everywhere. Okay. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Yes, that is you, Leo. I said this was a good stuff read. The sun was on this. I knew I put this energy out in the beginning that the sun was all over this reading. This was a sun good stuff's reading. There you go. There's your clarity right there. Now, these cards are the new ones. This is the Ukraine metaphorical associative cards. What these are designed to do, this is for you know, psychologists could use this, psychiatrists, or you can just use it to to see what's going on within you, kind of like a Rorschach. But let's just see what's in here. I'm really curious. Oh, look at that. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is that looking inside something, to it's that facing your shadow. That's what I'm feeling here, because she doesn't look really happy to be looking in this chest. You know, there's something in there that was put in that chest for a reason. She didn't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? She does not look happy. I'll be honest with you, but that's okay. You know, because I think the sun is shining in here, and anything she thought was going to be bad in there, it's not going to be nearly as bad as she thought. You know, you're going to look in that chest and you're going to find, you know, love for yourself. That's that's so interesting. You are the treasure here. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at that. How pretty is that? That reminds me of the sun. If you think about it, sunflowers, they will, if you watch them during the day, they are constantly moving to face that sun. And so is this person here. They are just open to the sun's energy, to that light, and to that love of spirit. I know it sounds hokey, but it feels very much at peace. I feel an energy of being at peace here for you, Leo. That's beautiful. We have one more. Wow. Oh, let me cover that up. You, Leo, are a spirit. We are all spirit. You are an angel in human form. I know that sounds hokey, but look at this. You really truly are an angel, and I think you're finally you are finally noticing how special you are. This is beautiful. This is really cool. I have not looked through that deck. I've never seen these pictures before, so I didn't have time to try to think of what the meaning could be. So this is really, I like that I went ahead and did an extra reading for you. I think it was necessary, and I really do hope it helps you. And so let me know what you think of this bonus reading. Please leave a comment. down below. It really helps the channel to have feedback. The more feedback I get and likes, the more YouTube realizes it's a valuable channel. And that's what I'm going for here. I really want to I want to reach as many people as possible with these messages. So I need your help to do that. So leave a comment, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.